I hope you're all having a beautiful day so far. If you are new here, hello and welcome. My name is Emily, and today we are going to be doing some Christmas decorating, some holiday hosting ideas, and baking. So I hope you're excited for today's video. It gives you lots of ideas for this holiday season. I know that Thanksgiving, I think, is going to be in the next few days, so I'm wishing you all a very wonderful, happy Thanksgiving, and hopefully you'll be able to implement some of these ideas for Thanksgiving, but mainly for Christmas as well. If you're showing some Christmas parties or something, hopefully this will help you out. Of course, if you're needing the recipes or links to anything I share, it'll be all in the description box below for you. But yeah, without further ado, let's go and get started decorating for Christmas and doing some holiday hosting stuff.
A fun way to dress up your kitchen decor for the holidays is to add ribbon. I love the touch of velvet ribbon. You can tie it around the tops of your jar lids that are sitting out on your counter, add a little sprig to them or a bow. Just a super easy way to make your home feel extra festive for the holidays. A fun way to display your holiday trees is to add them to a smaller jar and then put that jar into a larger jar that has a lid, and then put other candies around it so you can keep it festive with the colors but also fresh, and you can take whenever you please.
Something fun that you can do for the holidays, whether you want to give it as a hosting gift or just as a general Christmas gift, are homemade goods. And I love doing like jams or apple pie filling, or maybe some sourdough bread, or something homemade that you absolutely love to make. You can give it as a gift for Christmas, but wrapping it up really pretty with some ribbon, adding in a floral sprig in there. You can take normal picks and then break them up into smaller pieces so they go further. You can put a little name tag on it. But it's just such a cute way to give a gift for the holidays. It's definitely meaningful. Simple yummy idea that maybe you can add to your list. Something I love about hosting or having friends over and stuff is plating up all the foods and stuff and having something really pretty to put it on. Look how pretty this is. I found this at Macy's, and I want to thank them for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Macy's always has beautiful servingware, and this tray is so pretty. I love the bow details on this. And I actually think there's a whole collection to this, so I will leave it linked down below for you because it's so pretty. But I love the size of this. So this is great for cookies, but if you want to actually put food on it, it's large enough. And it's also something that you could give as a gift this holiday season, but I'm loving the bows right now. So let's go ahead and dress this up with something yummy to eat.
An easy appetizer that you can bring to any party, or if you're hosting one, is to do crackers, a cheese, a fruit, a meat, and then something savory or something sweet like chocolate. And I love the pairing of this. Something crunchy, sweet, savory, and a little salty.
Macy's has so many great deals going on right now for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. You are not going to want to miss out on these. And one of the items are the Cellar cast iron pots. I love cooking in cast iron because it's non-toxic, it retains heat really well, and I can cook my breads in different dishes. Look how beautiful this pot is. Oh my goodness, I love it. Look at the sleek design that it has. The color is so good. It also comes in a couple other different colors if you're not into the burgundy red, but I'm obsessed with this, especially for the holidays. This would make such a beautiful gift, but these are on such a great deal right now. I can't wait to share the soup recipe I'm going to share with you today. Oh, and you can bake bread in this. Oh, yes. When I cook, I love to make one pot dishes, so having a large raising pan like this is great. I don't know what you're waiting for, but if you are loving burgundy red or needing some new cast iron pots that are enameled and beautiful, these are the ones you're going to want because they're solid, heavy, and absolutely gorgeous, which is what you want with your cookware. Now that I've shown you these beautiful pots, let's cook up something yummy.
I want to share with you my red pepper tomato soup. You're going to start with 1 chopped onion, 3 garlic cloves chopped up, and then you're going to use a whole jar of red peppers. I love buying them whole and then chopping them up. I don't like to put those in the blender. I like having a little bit of chunk in the soup itself. Then I will do 1 can of these tomatoes, and I put those in the blender to blend those up. And then I do 2 cans of fire roasted tomatoes. It makes such a difference in the flavor. And then I will add in usually 1.5 to 2 cups of either chicken broth or bone broth. In this case, bone broth just adds a richness to the soup. And then you're going to add in some fresh thyme, basil, oregano. You can do 1/2 to 1 tablespoon of each. Mix it all in and let that just cook down for around half an hour to an hour. The longer the better. And then last few minutes of cooking, you are going to add in around half to 1 cup of heavy cream, and that just gives it such a creamy flavor. You don't have to add this, but we really like it with the cream. I think it's so much better. And you're going to serve this with some crackers, grilled cheese, especially sourdough grilled cheese with some brie and mozzarella. Oh, so good. You can serve it just with some regular bread. This is just such a warm, wonderful soup for wintertime. Next up, we are going to be making a no-knead artisan bread. You're going to need 3 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of yeast, and then you're going to do about 2 cups of warm water, and you're going to mix this all together. It's going to be shaggy and wet, and that is exactly the way you want it. Then you will cover it and set it to the side somewhere warm for at least 3 hours, but it can go 18 hours if you want it to go overnight. No biggie whatsoever. And then when it's ready, you're going to notice it's all bubbly and everything. You're going to put a lot of flour down on some parchment paper and then it kind of fold it over on itself a few times. It is messy and sticky. It's okay. It's normal. And then you're going to pop this into the oven at 475 degrees. The pan needs to be preheated. Then when you place that in with the parchment paper, put a scoop of ice on the side for some added steam. Bake this at 475 with the lid on for 20 minutes. Then take the lid off and bake it for another 15 minutes. And you have this wonderful artisan bread that took you absolutely no time whatsoever. Is it like sourdough? Similar, not as much flavor, but it still gives you a good, wonderful bread, and it's an easy recipe you can make for Thanksgiving. This next recipe is for mini trifle desserts. You're going to take some cream cheese and then do about maybe a 1/4 cup of sugar and then maybe a 1/4 cup of cream. Blend that all together, whip it good. And then put it in some saran wrap, and this is going to save you when you're actually going to be piping, especially if you're doing holiday cookies and stuff. If you put this in your piping bag with the saran wrap, it keeps the piping bag clean. So if you don't know that trick, definitely use it because it works like a charm. You're going to twist that in, and it's just so much easier, honestly. And then especially if you're doing different color frostings and stuff like that, this is a great way to keep the one frosting bag clean besides the tip. Then you're going to take some small serving cups or dishes and fill that with like a jam or some type of fruit that you like, and then you're going to pipe in the whipped cream cheese and then do another layer of jam or fruit or whatever you're working with, and then just keep layering it. You can do a little bit of crunchy in there or not. It's completely up to you. If you don't do anything crunchy, layer or like a type of cake or something that most have, then add some graham cracker or something to the top so that you do have a little crunch that is nice, instead of it all being just soft. And then you can add some crumbles on top, but this makes a great holiday dessert that is super flavorful and easy.
This looks so good. You gotta get some cute decorative spoons. They're a little smaller, and then dip in. The tartness of the cherries with the cream cheese, such a simple holiday dessert that you can prep it beforehand and make your life easier and take to parties or have it. Oh, yum. This is so good.
The next holiday recipe you can make in advance as well is something for Jell-O. And so instead of taking just normal water, add in like cranberry juice and mix orange Jell-O together. Think about the flavorings that you want for the holidays. Then pretty decorative cups so you can easily toss them or you don't have to bring them home. something simple. And then put those in the fridge, let them set, and then you can top them, especially for kids, some sour gummies or something on top, just to dress it up a little bit and make it really fun and festive for them too.
I found the prettiest holiday throw blanket is this beautiful bow one. Look how pretty that is. This blanket is soft and so cozy. It's knit on one side, and then it's got that really cozy soft fabric on the inside, and it's two-tone. So you can get the white and red bows, or you can get the red and white. I love it. If you can't tell, I'm obsessed with bows this season, and I think this is such a pretty throw blanket. It would also make a great gift. If you like most homes, you have a different size bedding for most of the rooms, and what you can do is use that bedding to decorate the other rooms, okay? And what I mean by that is, like, I have a king bed, but I ordered these in a queen size for another bedroom, but also so that it could just be like more of like a throw blanket on my actual bedding and still drape over the sides, but it can't be tucked in, you know what I'm saying? So you can use king's item stuff on your queen beds too. You can swap them. It's an easy way to update your bedding by switching it back and forth to different rooms, but look how cute that is. These pillows are a feather down, and they give that nice chop and squishiness that you need without being flat. Pillows are a must, especially if you like to sit in bed and watch movies and stuff for the holidays. I love the way the green pops in here with the garland. It just makes the room feel that much more festive for the holidays, and it's just an easy way to update your space, especially if you're hosting guests for the holidays and you want their room to feel a little bit extra magical. Getting just a simple quilt set can make all the difference. Keep your normal bedding and then put this over the top, dress it up a little bit. It can go a long way. So I really love this. I think it's pretty, so hopefully you guys can grab it too. Of course, it also comes in that beautiful red. I will leave all these beautiful pieces in the comments for you, as well as the description box. So if you're wanting them, you can grab them. Macy's has so many great finds for Black Friday and Cyber Monday that you're not going to miss out on. There's so much to browse through online. Don't miss out on it. Save while you can and grab your holiday gifts and your essentials now.
There's just nothing like homemade pie crust. If you haven't made it this holiday season, this is your chance to make it and impress everybody. The trick to it is adding a little bit of sugar to your flour mixture and then grating in your butter with a cheese grater. It makes it super simple, and you just want to use quite a bit of butter for this. When I make my pie crust, I usually will make one for the top and one for the bottom, obviously, but I make it a little bit larger than what you typically get. So I use 1.5 cups for each pie crust, and you're going to want some ice water. This is where it's all going to depend on the type of flour that you use. I use bread flour basically, so it has a little bit more higher gluten in it, and because of that, every flour is going to take a little bit different bit of ice water. Just use some ice water, add in about 2 to 3 tablespoons at a time until it becomes flaky like this. Okay, you want it still slightly dry because it's going to work itself together. Then you're going to put it onto some saran wrap. It's easy to work with. And then I just like to take it on each side and mush it together, if that makes sense. And I'm just combining it, and you can see how quickly it forms. Now, it's not dry like sand, but it's also not wet either. It's not sticky. So think about that when you are making your pie crust, and then you're going to fold it up, and you can store this for a few days prior to whatever event you're having to go to. But look at all those buttery flakes. That is exactly what you want. Then when you're ready, it can be in the fridge for an hour or up to a few days, whatever is going to work for you. This pastry cutter makes it so pretty because it has a straight edge and then a curly edge. So you can get a decorative edge on your pie crust if you wanted to without having to do anything in detail. and I like that. And if you're making pumpkin pies for Thanksgiving, or you want to make some smaller pies, use a large muffin tin. It's a perfect portion, and I love this. And just bake it a little bit less time, obviously, but you can see the crinkled edge on that. It's so pretty. You can leave it like that. You can smash it out on the sides. You have a more of a shelf around each of your pies, or you can, when you're doing your pie crust at the very end, make the top thicker, and then you're going to cut it with scissors and then fold it over each direction, so it almost looks like a leaf detail. Something simple that you can do, but definitely a game changer when it comes to pie crust. Make it from scratch and always top it with just a little bit of turbinado sugar at the end. Another fun and easy way that you can dress up your drinks for the holidays is to make them flavored ice cubes and stuff, and it just adds like a really pretty look to your drinks as well. So for this I'm using some cranberry juice and then adding in some cranberries and oranges to that. You can also do rosemary if you want to look kind of festive and pretty. You can also just do plain water for the ice cubes, or you could even do like sparkling apple cider and stuff so it fizzes when you add it to your drink. But you're just going to prepare your ice cubes like you normally would, just add in extra stuff besides water. Freeze that, and then you're gonna pop those out and add them to your drinks. You can dress them up however much you want, but it's something fun to do and super simple.
I hope you have enjoyed my holiday hosting recipes and tips, as well as the Christmas decorating. I had a lot of fun putting this video together, and I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you're looking for the recipes and any links that I shared with you in today's video, will be linked in the description box below, and I'll try to have them in the comments as well. I hope you can find some great items on Macy's for their Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals. Now, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you again for spending a part with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!